Our story begins after Tanjiro arrives at Yuro Kodaki's house for training. Losing 90% of his family and having his precious sister turn to a demon motivated him down the path of a slayer. The first night of slumber after his family's slaughter, he'd be visited by the vestige of Yoriichi, calmly telling Tanjiro the story of his life till death. The man didn't feel peace after life knowing his brother, the first Upper Moon Demon, and Muzan were still allowed to walk the earth, leaving the responsibility of eliminating them to young Kamado. He agreed to teaching the boy everything he knew. Agreeing to this, Tanjiro left the water breather's master's home with a letter on the bed explaining that he'd be back after self-training. Being isolated for the next 3 months, the originator of all slayers would start right off with advanced move, having pure confidence that his successor will grasp it, forcing him to go to dangerous parts of the land during nightfall to face off against random demons, all in the goal of awakening his demon slayer mark. After it appeared, Yoriichi taught him about the see-through world, a special form of ocular perception that alters a vision to see inside an enemy's body, as a way to predict and evade their opponent's attacks. Becoming an absolute weapon to protect mankind, Tamado was able to perform the Himo Kamikagura dance repeatedly throughout nightfall until dawn, removing the unnecessary movements such as wrist angle, footwork, and breathing rhythm to maximize its potential. Returning back to Yuro Kodaki's home, he'd inform him that he won't be needed in training. Regardless of the man's warnings, young Tamado politely thanked him for the opportunity and taking care of his sister before taking off with her on his divine journey. Meeting up with Zenitsu and Inosuke would trigger their demon slayer marks, drawing out latent potential to the fullest. Encounter with Ryu would end in a flawless victory. Kaza would be killed at the Mugen train. With Tanjiro able to utilize a selfless state, unexpected parry would decapitate the warrior demon, sparing the life of Rengoku. Gaitaro and Daki wouldn't stand a chance against the boy's raw power, sending them to purgatory, sparing Tengen from losing an arm. The Swordsmith village when Haitoru gets beheaded by Muchiro, Tanjiro using the see-through world would find a real body, destroying it and the other half before they could merge. Running through the hallways, he'd run to the room where Shinobu was fighting Doma, saving her by taking the head off the heartless demon using Himo Kamikaga to clear blue sky. Moving forward, never looking back, he'd end up encountering the first Upper Moon, sending anger and fear shivering down his spine from realization that this was a successor of his younger brother. The battle would be absolutely glorious. Blades clashing at this caliber of skill would only allow the wind and rock Hashira to jump in the fight. The overwhelming power of Yoriichi's soul burning through Tanjiro, he'd finish off the Upper Moon Demon, sparing the life of Muchiro and Genta. The final confrontation with Muzan, he'd get completely outclassed, getting jumped by all Hashiras who would be alive in this timeline, all possess a Demon Slayer mark. Young Kamado would perform the Himo Kamikagura dance from 1 to 12 in perfect succession till sunrise, eliminating the King of Demons. Darkness that loomed over the world was no more. The power of sun will forever shine.